You can find From the Dome on iTunes, Podbean.com, and the Podbean app. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, thank you for making us a part of your day. Now, here are your hosts, Augie and Bray.
Tell it what I'm finna beyond. Hey, hey, I'm beyond all that fuck shit. Hey.
Hello everybody and welcome back to From the Dome. That right there, intro music, and it will be our outro song tonight, was for our boy.
Wait, it's outro too?
And outro, because it's a heck of a jam, and our boy, ND Irish Wonder, Mark, just had to hear it for listening pleasure. We were going to do it the week for Miami, but I just didn't feel the same vibe after we lost, so.
Mark, you should have better taste in music, my friend. I'm a little disappointed. Also, let's go.
Have you seen the music video to that?
No.
Please.
Why would I do that?
You need to go see the music video to that, because it is fantastic.
I'll take your word for it. I'm not a big Little Yachty and Dram, D-R-A-M fan. But,
that's too bad.
Two alls, whatever everyone loves, whatever. Love what you want to do.
So, welcome back to everybody. We're here to talk about Notre Dame's 24-17, I would say, ugly game against Navy. Weather sucked. We're here to talk about much more than that. I mean, who knows what we get into tonight. We have zero outline in front of us. We are here in person together. Augie's home on Thanksgiving break. We've got a couple computer monitors in front of us with some statistics on it and beer. We may or may not get to... Who knows what this turns into tonight.
It's going to be fun. I wish I would have, got the heads up that we're going to drink tonight. I would have drank a little bit before, but we should be good by the end of this podcast.
We've got some Bud Light Tall Boys here. We can get through a couple of those.
Some very interesting koozies, I might add.
Yes.
I have some, I don't know what you would call this, but it is a sock koozie. It says Merry Christmas with a Christmas tree on it. Definitely looks like a Sunday school craft, but
that's a kindergarten / Sunday school craft. Well done. You make it for your parents,
Yeah. So
So it's officially, by the time you listen to this, more than likely it'll be Christmas time. Official, like the Thanksgiving deadline of now you can listen to Christmas music and whatnot.
Oh, I've been listening to Christmas music for the last week.
See, that's a cardinal rule for me, is that can't happen.
Dude, there's nothing better when you're at pregame with your boys. You're getting ready to go to the bar and you throw in some Mariah Carey. All I Want for Christmas Is You. It just gets the party going. You're all ready to go to the bar then.
I will say the Mariah Carey is like the only Christmas that like.
Dude, I could listen to that in June and be hype. Let's go. Yeah, Mariah, let's go.
All right, well, everyone likes the Bublé. Like, I just can't do it. Like,
no, I need some like hype Christmas music. Something that's gonna get me up. Get me in the party mood.
Like Broccoli.
No, Broccoli's one naughty Christmas song. I don't see people singing to their broccoli or, opening presents under their broccoli. And I just don't see Lil Yachty in the Christmas music game yet.
So I'm going to apologize in advance. I have this weird, cough. This is how out of shape I am, okay? We had basketball practice today, okay? And they asked me to play a little bit, give them a look in the post, do some stuff. And... so I literally did 15 minutes worth of physical activity, and I've just been coughing up phlegm all day, and my chest has been on fire. So I apologize if you hear me cough in the background, but I'm just completely out of shape here.
So how many points did you drop against these little high school fools?
It wasn't up and down play. It was station type thing, and they were guarding me in the post. They had to front me in the post, and if I got the ball, I could go. And I wasn't gonna. What was I gonna do?
Should have called in the old Big Og. I could have laced the old sneakers up. Got the old Gymtown basketball shorts. I'll give them a look in the post.
I think you would have felt exactly the same way I did.
No, I'm in shape. I'm ready to go. I work out.
It made open my eyes to how bad this is. Why is my throat burning? This shouldn't. And I'm coughing up phlegm.
I also just watched you try to cut a hole for the last 20 minutes. And you were sweating and complaining that your arms were on fire.
Okay. So my entertainment center, I have had poor wire management since it's been installed, and I just half-assed through my TV back up there, and we Alexis finally made me clean up the wire management. I had stuff going everywhere, so like I had to cut this hole in the back of the entertainment center to actually plug in the extension cord or whatnot, and it wasn't quite big enough when I put everything back into place. So I had to take this little tiny saw thing and cut this hole. My arm was just burning. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was impressive to watch. I'll give you that. You were in a very interesting position on your back, kind of on the side, cutting the hole. Props to you. But I do have to laugh. I mean, I never thought the sentence, Alexis, where's my toolbox, would ever come out of your mouth. I think your toolbox is a bucket with a couple loose nails and a hammer and a screwdriver.
Nope.
But
it is a bucket, but I got like this like case thing that holds all my screwdrivers and my hammers and levels, and I have a nice little set of. I mean, I'm a homeowner, man. We've been doing a lot of work to the house. I got saws, I got air compressors.
Domesticated Bray.
I know.
Wow.
I'm moving up in the world.
Well, good for you. I'll live vicariously through you.
Let's talk about you. You just got what? You're employed now? Officially?
I'm technically employed. I signed the offer. I felt like I had a signing day. Signed the offer.
National Signing Day for Big R.
Yeah, signed the offer yesterday. We'll be working for an organization out of Indianapolis, but get to work remote. So it'll be fun. And I get to travel a lot around to different college campuses. So my goal is to just find a bar at every college campus to go to. Sounds like a great
You're
job.
going to rack up the frequent flyer miles?
Exactly. And I'm going to be flying for free. I mean, all the travel's paid for anyway, so might as well get those miles.
Cool. Nice.
But yeah. No home, though. No home, no marriage yet. Let's keep that in the distance. I'll let you have that right now.
Once you start making money, it'll come soon enough.
I'd rather spend my money on other things, Bray.
Like what? Like beer koozies?
Beer koozies, not so I don't have to have my cousin make me one at Sunday school.
How about this? You're going to be employed, so now you can go with us to the next Notre Dame road game.
I could. My plan is next year definitely Northwestern. That'll be 10 miles from my house.
That doesn't count.
That counts. Nope. It's a road game.
Nope.
And I'm going to try and do one, far trip. Because hopefully I'll have some frequent flyer miles.
Yeah.
And I get a nice little trip. I'm sure the boo-boo at home won't mind going on a little trip to wherever we go, San Diego. I'm assuming we're not going anywhere cold.
The San Diego trip, I think, is one that we're really going to try to make for Navy next year.
So, yeah, we will have to see. My goal is to at least some point be in the old season ticket game.
Uh-oh.
But let's one step at a time here.
All right.
One step at a time.
All right, man. Look at you making moves. It's
right?
I feel like we're real, you're actually quite younger than me, 2 or 3 years?
23 or what?
25.
25.
So,
yeah.
okay, we're 2 years, and I feel like I've been working for 15, and you've been in college for 15.
You know what? I've been in college for 5. It's not 15, but it does feel like a long time.
It feels yes. It feels like you should be 21.
It feels like 20 years ago I was coming over to your apartment at Venlo.
Yeah.
At Ferris.
We got some stories we could tell about that.
I was telling a buddy that we're watching. You see that video online of the Japanese slippery steps game?
No.
Oh, it's this video online, and they have 4 guys, and it's ice steps. And obviously, the first one to get to the top probably wins. But I mean, they're falling into each other. At one point, all of them just go like dominoes. But I was talking about that night that I slept at Alexis's, not with Alexis.
at Alexis.
At Alexis's apartment, and she lived on the downhill slope of the apartment complex. You lived on the uphill.
Yeah.
Well, I parked my car at the uphill. It rained that night. It iced over, of course, in northern Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
And at about 8:30 in the morning, if you would have looked out your window, you would have saw me chiseling little notches in the ice trying to get up this freaking hill.
You're trying to walk up the hill.
Yes, and it was not going well.
Nice.
I was on all fours at one point trying to get up that hill.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
Was I there? Where was I? I was
Probably
back
in
home.
bed.
Right?
No, you were home, but you were in bed.
Yeah. So that's good. That has me excited. Possible San Diego trip next year for you to attend. Again, we play Navy there. Hopefully, first of all, there's no way the weather can be as bad as it was in San Diego.
Yeah, how was that? We talked about it a little before. How was the weekend in Notre Dame with the rain, cold? It just did not look fun. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Well, I missed the first quarter. Can you believe that?
Where were you?
So this is good, and I haven't told you this yet.
You have not.
But Alexis and I are 10 feet from walking into the stadium, and she grabs me and goes, "We need to go have sex in the car right now."
Are you putting this on the podcast?
It's on the podcast.
Are we deleting this?
No, it's on the podcast.
Ooh, okay, all right. Alexis is not going to be happy with this.
She's never going to know.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I don't know how much detail you want me to get into.
No. Just what happened next.
So we're walking. So I'm like on the way back to the car. I'm like, I gotta pee. If this is gonna happen, I gotta pee before we do this. So I take a leak in the porta potty. I followed porta potty 101. No, don't go behind any women, etc. Went back to the car, and the people parked next to us were still tailgating. And so we kind of just stood outside awkwardly for a second, started taking off we had 8 layers on, threw them in the back, and then just hopped in the car, and then they left 5 minutes later. We put the seats down in the back, and now what we should have done in hindsight, it's a beautiful thing, is that's where we should have conceived our child.
What the fuck?
In the first during a Notre Dame game on the campus.
Yeah, but that's so dirty.
That's a great story.
In a car.
Guess where you came from, Jax. That's what we're gonna name our son if we have a son, Jax or Theo. So Jax or Theo, guess what? I made you in this parking lot in the first quarter of Notre Dame Navy game.
I have no words. One, I can't believe you did it. We had the conversation a couple weeks ago. I won't put their names out there because I'm a good human being. But we had a conversation with another couple that said they did it at one point, and I could just see your head spinning. Mm-hmm. And you actually did it.
I'm not gonna lie. So if we would not have lost to Miami, it wouldn't even have been a question. I'm going in the game. I'm not missing. She could be. I mean, there's no way she gets me to go to the car. Okay, and that's pretty bad. But honestly, the Miami game ruined my I'm just going to go right at this point. And I was like, you know what? Here's my shot. I'm gonna do this, and it's not even my idea, which is the greatest part. And we executed.
So you missed the whole first quarter?
We got to our seats, and they were in the commercial to start the second quarter.
Don't lie. You got there at kickoff. No. You didn't miss a snap.
Nope. I promise you. Now, let's be fair.
That's a long walk to the car.
It was about a 5-minute walk to the car.
Exactly.
I had to pee, don't forget. So let's put about 7 minutes there. Then we had about 7 to 10 more minutes of kind of just taking some, layers off before we got in the car to kill some time while the car next to us wrapped up their tailgate.
Sure.
And yeah. I mean, first of all, I have a new car for work, okay? And I wasn't 100% when I'm inside, the windows are fogging up. We're not even doing anything yet, and the windows are already fogging up. I'm like, okay, but how tinted are these windows? But when I got out, they were rather tinted, and there's no way anybody saw anything.
Did you, when you got back to your seats, I have so many questions, by the way. We might get on this for a little bit. So you get back to your seats, and what's the first question that comes out of... You were sitting with people, I'm assuming, or no?
No, to start, it was just us. First, halfway through the second quarter, we
So no questions were asked. Did you go tell people?
I told Packy, my boy Packy, who stayed with us this past weekend, I was like, dude, I missed the first... I was happy. I was pumped. I'm pumped enough that I'm talking about it right here, right? And I was like, yo, Packy, I missed the whole first quarter. And he goes, what are you talking about? We pretty much walked in the stadium together. And I was like, dude, she just grabbed me and said, "Oh my Lord!" And I'm like, okay, this is going down.
Does your mom listen to this podcast?
But if she doesn't know that I have sex with my wife,
yeah. I mean, no, I'm not saying she doesn't, but would she like to know that you're having sex in public places?
Probably not.
Okay, exactly.
I told her so I have 2 podcasts, as you know. Mm-hmm. I told her 6 weeks ago, you can't listen to, just don't listen to either of them in case you get one confused, because the other one gets kind of crazy, okay? And some stuff I just don't need my mom to hear,
Right.
So I'm just hoping that she is not lying to me when she said she's not listening, but.
Well, sounds like you had a great time.
Great first quarter.
Yeah, great first quarter. The first quarter of football you watched all year.
It was.
I don't know how Alexis is going to react to the whole, all of our crowd, our fans knowing that.
Yeah. She won't ever know, right? This is our little secret.
You, me, and the internet.
And you, me, and a couple hundred others.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay, well, other than scoring a touchdown in the first quarter for you, overall
At a pick six.
At a pick six.
Yeah.
Okay.
Took it back.
House call.
Yep.
House call.
Yep.
So the deed was completed.
It was. Yes.
Oh,
We executed
Executed.
to perfection.
It's because you had your first possession scripted, obviously.
Yes. It was
Okay.
It was very well scripted.
Yeah. All right. Well.
So I missed our field goal in the first quarter, but I don't even care.
Okay. Yeah. I'm thrown off, man. I can't even really think straight right now. I'm just imagining.
You're jealous.
I'm not imagining you two in the car. That's disgusting. But
You're imagining walking by the car and just seeing my ass like up here.
Playing against the window. Oh my lord! Oh, I hope nobody of my future employment listens to this.
Yeah, that's
'cause
true. That's a good point.
now I'm associated with individuals having sex in the Notre Dame parking lot, but
It's totally legal, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, you definitely committed a crime.
That's okay.
I would laugh my ass off if you get arrested.
Oh
though.
my god, that would
You missed your first. Well, no, you didn't go to a game last year, but you missed your first game in the stadium that you've been on grounds in probably forever because you got arrested for banging your wife in the back of your Jeep Wrangler.
No, it's a Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Whatever,
Okay,
I
not a
don't
Wrangler.
freaking care what it is. But well, now that we got that on the table, my weekend was not anywhere near there.
Okay.
I went to Chicago. I did not have sex in a car. I watched the game from the couch, though. It was very comfortable. I had my girl right next to me. She was taking a little nap on my shoulder, and I had some beers, watched the game. Ugly game, but it's Navy. I think we've seen it 100 times when we play Navy. Were you disappointed at all with a win's a win, but you think we probably should have won by more? Are you disappointed, or are you just kind of a win's a win at this point?
Well, look, let's be honest. There's really no such thing as style points anymore. Like you said, it's pretty much you just got to escape and take your month and hopefully prepare for your New Year's Six game. And we just needed to sneak out with a win. Look, Navy's not. They were 6-3. They were 6-3 before we played them. Okay. Now they've snuck through some of those games and whatnot, but it's still Navy. They always give us a fit. The weather played perfectly into their game plan. There wasn't anything that was going on that really helped Notre Dame in any way. Now, I will say the defense did a heck of a job. I saw some statistics that they held them substantially under season averages in yards per carry and points. You're watching the game, you're like, God, we can't stop them. But then you're like, well, they only have 17 points. It's like, well, really, the defense did not do a bad job, in my honest opinion. I've seen a couple things like, hey, well, what's the excuse for the offense? And you're thinking, okay, well, it's a rainy game, and why aren't we just sticking to our bread and butter and hammering the football? Or why aren't we able to do that against Navy and their X 2 and 3 star defensive linemen? I don't really have the answer to that question. It's a question that's worth asking. I can't really put anything into words why we only had 163 rushing yards in what was a misty, rainy, windy game. I don't have an answer to that, but it is kind of frustrating. But at the end of the day, we need to just win and kind of get to where are we playing in the postseason type thing.
I think you're absolutely right. I'm a big believer, even if we're undefeated, and a win's a win. Ugly win's better than no win at all. But the thing I'm most disappointed about, I think, was watching the offensive line. It didn't seem like Navy is very undersized just because of them being a service academy.
Sure.
And we should have pushed them around, but I don't think we did that. At least in the first half, we didn't.
I agree.
Second half, maybe a little more, but it was a little disappointing to watch that. Honestly, looking at the weather, I don't think scoring 24 points, not pants, is always, it's not that bad.
You just got my pants on your.
I just got everything that's going in that car on my mind right now, and I can't think straight. But now I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, scoring 24 points in that weather is not terrible. Defense played pretty well. You don't face a triple option every day, and
for sure. It's a tough offense to stop. Let's be honest, right? And Navy does it exceptionally well, and that's a strength of theirs. That's something that they've done for a while. And Ken Niumatalolo does, if I said his name right, does a heck of a job. And it's just it's one of those things. And look, like you said, should we have maybe been able to impose our will a little bit more? Sure, absolutely. It's senior day. I don't know what all emotion that has to do with much. At the end of the day, I caught myself at Packy and Tracy ended up coming up and sitting with us. We caught ourselves saying, some people behind us were getting excited when we actually made a play on something. And it's like, dude, it's halftime. I've only been here for a quarter, and it's 10-10 with Navy, right? And it's like, why are you getting excited? Well, but at the same time, it's like, you get that, and you're like, but whatever. We have to accept at this point, like, sneak out of this mess of a game.
Right.
Senior night emotion, just pitiful weather, and just sneak out of this. And somehow we got to move on and play Stanford.
Yeah, and it's going to be a big game in Palo Alto this week. We'll get to that. I think it's just Navy, man. I'm honestly just always going to go back to that. Every year we play Navy. I don't care what our record is and what their record is. It's just always going to be a tough game. And it seems like every time they come to our place, it's even tougher.
Yeah, that's weird. It is, though. That's a good point. It's like Pitt coming to play at Notre Dame.
It's like Pitt. We always have to beat Pitt on like a last-second field goal.
Yeah.
But like we said, win's a win. 7 points, not a great win, but right now we just got to win out and see where the cards fall. I do have to crack up at some of these people thinking that we're still going to get in the playoff.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, I've seen way, way, way too much attention saying that our 2-loss Notre Dame's in.
So I saw the one scenario that it could happen, and you're asking for a lot to happen. It's not even worth talking about. I mean,
it's a heck of a scenario, though. Is it the one that Pete Sampson put out there?
I didn't see his. I saw Angelo DiCarlo put one out.
I'm sure it's similar.
I'm guessing they're all kind of doing it together. But yeah, you're asking an Alabama team to lose. I think Georgia had to beat them in the SEC championship as well. You're asking, I think Miami had to win out, which they probably will. But definitely an interesting scenario. But
yeah, first of all,
I honestly don't want to be in it.
Okay, no, and we don't even deserve to be even remotely in it. And look, I've said I don't think that the team that showed up against Miami was the team that is who we are this year. So, but at the same time, if you have that kind of performance, you're gonna piss down your leg in a playoff game. I mean, right. Do we want to get embarrassed like that? Now we can still get embarrassed against Ohio State again, and then in a Cotton Bowl or wherever we're going to end up. If we were to win this weekend, but it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
I don't know. First of all, as long as there are 4 teams in the playoff, there will never be a 2-loss team in the playoff with 4 teams.
Really? You think that?
Yes, never.
Okay.
Impossible. Won't happen.
I don't think you're wrong. I could see it happening, maybe. I mean, if that scenario happened that they all talk about, you'd be picking from a 2-loss Clemson team and a 2-loss Notre Dame team. You would only have 2-loss teams to pick from, I think.
Okay, but who's left with 1 loss? Bama's probably undefeated. Georgia's got 1 loss to Bama. Miami's undefeated, right? You got Wisconsin if they win the big. There's no way.
I think Georgia had to lose to Auburn and lose in the SEC championship. And then Clemson had to lose as well, which put them at 2 losses.
Sure.
But like you said, it's just there's no. I could see a 2-loss team getting in that in some scenario, but you might be right that it's just not going to happen.
I just don't see it. I mean, is it possible? Sure. But there's just no way. With 4 teams getting in, especially when you got Power 5, you got 5 Power 5 conferences, one of which is never going to produce a 2-loss champion more than likely. And if they do, they're not playoff bound anyway. It's just, I don't know. It's not happening. And first of all, the perfect number for this playoff is 6. Because you add 2 more teams, it doesn't take away anything from the regular season. Every game is still important. You can still get in with 1 loss. Okay, and it takes. That's what makes college football so great. And under the BCS era, especially, it's like, okay, this is so important every week. Mm-hmm. And adding 2 extra teams doesn't take away from that. And if you look at a lot of people say 8, right? Okay, if you look at 7 and 8 and back every year, none of those teams have a shot of winning a national championship.
Right.
If you look at 6-1, it's a little bit more, maybe you can throw an upset in there and have a shot at it. And so you give number 1 and 2 a bye and let the rest duke it out and play the bye. It adds one more week to the season. And to me, there's no argument that proves otherwise, that the importance of the regular season is not impacted, and you give the 2 best teams a bye. I mean, it just makes total sense.
And I think you'll see that. I don't know how it all works. I don't know if they have a contract through what year. They can't change it. But
I'm not sure either.
I think you'll see that in the near future, just because it means more money for everyone involved.
Sure.
You add another game in, and or I guess it would be 2 games you'd be adding in probably, because you'd have to add one more round. But
right.
You just add. It's just more money for everybody, and I would love to see it go to 6. I'm kind of a fan of it going to 8. I understand your theory of a 7 and 8 doesn't really have a chance, but you never know. I mean, does a 14 seed in the NCAA tournament really ever have a chance to win a national championship? No, but sometimes they go to the Final Four, and it's a big old story, and the media gets involved, and money gets generated.
Yeah, but there's no extra money gets generated.
Well, absolutely, for the university involved.
No. When you get North Carolina, Kentucky, Wisconsin, teams IU, teams like that.
Everyone loves a good Cinderella story.
Yeah, and they all watch it at home. They're not going to pay $400 to go watch a Final Four game.
But it gives you more. I don't know. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here. I would like to see 8 teams, just because I'd like to see.
So, if you add 8 teams, you're not rewarding anybody, right? And I'm not saying you have to reward anybody.
Well, I think you are rewarding. You're rewarding your 1 and 2 seed by playing the 7 and 8 instead of a 3 and 4 seed.
I think they'd rather have a bye.
I don't know. Byes are scary, I think, in college football. I mean, it's just, that's a week you're off. And
I don't know. It's an extra game that someone else has to play before they play you. And then, it's an extra week of rest.
We could kick this around all day and come up with a million different reasons why and why not. I'm going to go with 8. You're going to go with 6. Whatever.
6 is perfect.
I think it's highway robbery that University of Central Florida's not in the playoff. They're 10-0.
Come
on.
Are you being serious?
No.
Okay.
The Golden Knights.
Well, can you cover this for a second while I go grab a couple more beers?
Yeah, the bartender is going to go get us a couple more beers. I'm going to take a chance to talk about the MAC and Ball State. Ball State surrendered a tough loss last night to the old Miami, Ohio Redbirds, I think they're called now, or Red Hawks, something to that extent. But the thing I want to bring up is that Ball State plays at Notre Dame next year. You know that, Bray? Ball State does play at Notre Dame next year.
Yeah, and you're going to be is that your, is it you going to count that as a road game since you're a Ball State guy?
So this is an interesting dilemma for me. I just want to put this out there. What do I wear? It's the alma mater.
Okay.
It's my love in Notre Dame.
It shouldn't even be a question.
So I'm going to put out a little challenge to our listeners. This game I think is like week 2 or 1 or 3. In the first 3 weeks, I believe. If someone could sew me a polo that is half Notre Dame, half Ball State, I'm willing to pay big bucks for it.
You're going for like the Brady Quinn sister look?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm putting out a little challenge. I'm willing to pay big money. Because right now I'm probably going to wear a Notre Dame polo and a Ball State hat. Ball State visor.
Well, big money because you're going to be employed, right?
That's right. I'm making the big bucks now. No more just having $150 in my account and trying to decide, do I drink tonight or do I eat tonight?
And the answer is always drink.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so now you can decide between Miller Lite or Keystone at the.
No, I'm a big Michelob Ultra guy now.
Really?
Yeah, I just like the taste. It's 98 calories, slimming down.
Sure.
Watching the OLBs.
I forgot you got to watch your weight for your umpiring.
Yeah, umpires got to be a little skinnier out there. The big boy look just ain't cutting it anymore. But yeah, just interesting thing. Thought we'd bring it up. Ball State at Notre Dame.
Okay, so when Notre Dame played, because Fair State, we went to Fair State, and they're D1 in hockey. Notre Dame comes up to Ferris to play,
right?
And I have season tickets in the student section, and you bet your balls I was wearing my Notre Dame stuff.
Yeah, see that triggers me a little bit.
In the student section,
you're telling me you're a huge Notre Dame hockey fan?
I'm a Notre Dame fan.
Okay, but
of course I'm going to root for Notre Dame hockey
over your school.
Sure,
the school that You traveled in a bus for 24 hours to get to Tampa, Florida to watch play in the Frozen Four?
Yeah, of course. Because I would rather Notre Dame have went.
I disagree.
Yeah,
I highly disagree. I'm a big Ferris State hockey fan. I'd love to see them beat Notre Dame all day.
I love Ferris State hockey, and they turned me on to the game, of which the Winter Classic was announced this week at South Bend.
We got to go to that.
What a segue
That's going to be freaking awesome. Be a huge segue, but just can you imagine? I wish it was Blues, Hawks. I get why it's Boston, because it's, Boston's got a lot of ties into the university.
Sure.
But that's going to be freaking awesome. I can only imagine what the tickets are going to go for.
I'm going, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
We
have to.
Living 15 minutes from campus, I can't.
We have to go. It's huge.
It's going to be awesome.
We're going to see all the, closet hockey fans like you and I coming out of the woodworks all of a sudden.
Yep.
I've been watching hockey for years.
I'm going to make sure we somehow are going to have sweet tickets.
If you get sweet tickets, I'll fly. I'll fly you in.
You'll fly in
I'll
from
fly
Chicago?
in. Private jet. We're just going to go big all weekend. But I'm hoping what they do is like the day before. Cause I think the game's on New Year's Day.
Yes, it is.
So like New Year's Eve, maybe like Notre Dame plays BU or something. Or, I don't know. They're in the Big Ten now for hockey. So I don't know who you play, but I think Notre Dame gets a chance to play out there, don't you think?
No.
Come on. They gotta.
No, they'll be in Compton.
No, they're gonna play out on the. They gotta get that ice ready. They gotta test it out.
That'd be cool.
We'll see. Hopefully, I would love to see that. That'd be cool to go watch. College hockey is always fun to watch. But yeah, very cool to have the Winter Classic coming to town. I believe it's next year, correct?
Yeah, next
2019.
1 year from this New Year's.
Yes, absolutely. So big time hockey.
So we've talked about the Navy game very little, which is great. Again, I didn't know where this was going. No outline in front of us, just beers in front of us.
Well, it kind of took an unexpected turn, and I'm still shook. It's still just discombobulated from the old car sex talk, but continue on.
Yeah, I'm just, I got nothing to go with. I did want to discuss our Twitter poll from last week.
I'm very proud of this Twitter poll.
Yeah.
I came out of this just, a statement out of my head, and it was a good little race here. So,
Sure.
Do you want to explain?
So last week we talked about what was more likely, Notre Dame winning a national championship or them completely outlawing football because of concussions and safety.
In the next 50 years, correct?
Yes.
We get a little 50-year buffer there.
What happens in the next 50 years? We win a natty or football's completely outlawed? I'll be honest, I'm kind of shocked by this answer, by the consensus.
I'm not, but go ahead.
So 54% of people said Notre Dame would win a natty in the next 50 years over them outlawing football. And outlawing football, I mean like tackle football.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised because I really don't think football will ever be outlawed. It's just, there's too much money involved, too many rich men that are involved in the NFL.
But we got 50 years to win a natty. I mean, we're almost halfway there from our last one already.
Exactly. I'm not surprised, but you kind of made the statement you didn't think we'd win one in the next 50 years. I think we will in year 49.
In 50 years, I will be 75.
And you bet your ass you're going to be bonging beers in the parking lot in Notre Dame Stadium when we're 11-0 going for that 12th win.
80% of our audience will be dead in 50 years.
Honestly,
let's be honest.
The way you're going, huffing and puffing after cutting a hole, you might be dead the next 50 hours.
You're right. I mean, I'm still coughing up phlegm from 15 minutes of physical activity today.
Exactly. So I'm concerned about your health. We're going to talk about that on the next podcast episode where we have your doctor come in for a little interview.
Next segment, Dr. Phil.
Praise.
Dr. Oz.
Yeah, I don't know who your doctor is, but we're going to get him on the show. What were we talking about?
We were talking about our Twitter poll.
Yeah, Twitter poll. I'm not surprised about the result, but I think I voted football's outlawed.
Well, I'm so this is why I'm surprised, okay? And I don't think football's going to be outlawed, but I'm surprised because we put this Twitter poll out after we just got curb stomped by Miami. So that's why I'm surprised. I'm not surprised because, that is more realistic.
Yes. Yeah, but how Notre Dame fans, and we lose 2 games and the world is falling, and we were kind of like that too. So
Sure.
I'm not
The world did. It fell. Absolutely, it fell. And then, you have to accept reality. You know what? I mean, you have to accept reality of the program.
Yep. And we talked about that last week. Our program right now, where's it at? And I think we kind of discussed we want to be that championship team every year, but it's just not there. Reality right now.
For sure. I don't think that, you're going to have, like we said, you're going to have every 6 or so years, you're going to have your run, and you better take advantage of it. Every other year, it's going to be 8, 9, 10 wins. I mean, you can't sprinkle in the 4 and 9 that Brian Kelly did, but I think he could sustain a consistent 9 to 10 win program, New Year's 6 program, and then, the occasional year, the buffer year, here's our chance.
Yep, absolutely. Let's talk Stanford a little bit. Big game on the road. I don't think we've won in Palo Alto in probably 8 years. I think it's 2007 was the last win at Palo Alto. Just a nice little mug of Tax Bastard right there. I don't know why we're going through your little Twitter.
I'm going through my likes because I had the stat that I here we go. So Stanford's ranked. What are they ranked? 21st.
Yes.
And Notre Dame in Power 5 ranked road games since 2012 is 0-8. So all signs point to us not winning this week.
Yeah, and my mind goes back to, 2 years ago, losing on the last second field goal. It just seems like every time we play out there, something goes wrong. And
well, let's be honest. Last time we played out there, our defense could not stop a pregnant senior citizen. I mean, seriously.
I'm concerned if a senior citizen is getting pregnant, but
You've seen 60-year-olds pop out linebackers?
I have not, but
It's happened.
okay, go ahead.
I'm just saying, not all history points to us not winning this game.
No, you're absolutely correct. And with Bryce Love going against us,
Yep.
that worries me. Hopefully, I'm not sure. I don't know a whole lot about Stanford. That mug just keeps looking right at my soul.
Our boy Tax, man, I favorited one of his tweets. He's talking about, here's your early holiday gift for me. Enjoy it. Happy Thanksgiving to you all.
Happy Taxgiving
to you all. I love Tax, man. He's just an absolute beast.
I got a Snapchat from your wife this weekend that said, "I love Tax's meat."
Yes, that is the thing. Is you got to get some of Tax's meat.
It was an interesting little Snapchat.
That's a tailgate special. If you come and tailgate with us, you have to have Tax's meat in your mouth.
Car sex, Tax's meat in your mouth.
There was a lot of meat going on.
Anything else you want to talk about meat-wise from tailgate last weekend?
Pre-first quarter, lots of meat going on.
Yeah. During the first quarter, minimal meat at best.
Lots of meat gazing.
Average meat at best.
Average, yes.
Yes.
It was warm, though.
In the car? Or at the tailgate?
Never mind.
You know what they say.
Let's move on.
Body heat's the best heat.
Let's move on.
Your wife's going to kill you. I can't wait. I hope she, first time she listens to an episode, it's this one.
Someone's going to tweet at her.
Oh, absolutely. You already know Packy's going to... Somebody is going to... It's tattle on you.
Yeah.
So, I got a couch. You can come live with me.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Bring your tool bucket. I got some home renovations.
I'll bring my tool chest.
Oh, it's a tool bucket.
It is a bucket.
Get out of here. It ain't a toolbox. It ain't a tool chest.
Okay, fair. I got some sauce, too. I'll bring that.
Tim the tool man over here.
Yep.
We keep getting so off topic, and I forget what we're talking about.
We're talking about Stanford.
Stanford. I don't know a whole lot about them. I just know Bryce Love is good.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, probably front runner for the Heisman if Baker Mayfield stops grabbing his nuts.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Dude is stupid. You have the world by the balls right now, and you go grab your own balls and start at Kansas.
Yeah.
Who has won one game, I think.
In the past 50 years.
Although they did kind of bring it on him by not shaking his hand.
Yeah, so what's up with that?
I don't know. Why is everyone so butthurt?
Everyone is butthurt.
I know he's kind of a tool, but
yeah.
He'd be a good addition to your little tool bucket,
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield.
He's a guy you'd like to have on your team, I'll be honest.
See, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want
What do you
him
mean?
on
You
my
don't want the
team.
Heisman Trophy leader to be on your team?
I want his ability. I don't know if I want the distraction.
Baker trucking.
Baker trucking. There's another failed, probably, presidential campaign for you. Were there a lot of fans wearing the 33 trucking stuff?
Yeah, there
last
still
week.
are. Which is fine. It's we're clinging to it.
Yeah, I just it's funny to me. Like I said, I compare it to a failed presidential election. Just can't get over it. I see our Mark's wearing the hat right there.
Mark's got the hat on in the picture from this weekend. First of all, okay, so
I do like his bag.
I was gonna say, okay, this was the topic. So I had basketball practice. I got out late to the game. Okay, like 2:00. Mark texted me because he picked up Alexis packing Tracy from my house on his way to campus. He texted me at like 1, need beer, and I'm like, I got a fridge full of it. I don't know what to put it in. I just threw it in a bookstore bag, Notre Dame bookstore bag. So we just got a Notre Dame bookstore bag full of beer, just carrying it around.
That is a nice little look right there. I compare that to like when you're in college, you go to your buddy's house, and you don't want to take your whole case, so you just throw it in like a Meyer bag, and you're walking down the street with a Meyer bag full of natural lights.
Sure.
That's what Mark looks like right now, and he's loving it. He's loving life right there.
So my thing is, it's a bag full of Miller Lite. Where's this Bud Light coming from?
Yeah, why did he need beer if he has? And you're drinking a Bud Light too, I think.
I think I only put 2.
What was Packy drinking, like Guinness or something?
Okay,
fancy?
Packy was drinking like O'Doul's. Like, it's the weird. It looks like an O'Doul's can. The first thing I said was like, dude, you drinking O'Doul's?
He just loves beer that he just
No,
wants
it's
to
like
taste.
it's like Foster's, Australian for beer.
Foster's.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to know. I think Mark duped you, man. I think he had a whole case. He just wanted some free beer.
He just wanted a bag of beer.
Yeah, he just wanted to look cool with his little bag of beer. I thought maybe he bought it at the bookstore. Maybe there's some beer now.
We should have tagged him in this picture. I'm sure they would have loved it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Mark, when you get your song request, you get a whole like 5 minutes talking about your bag of beer.
Yeah.
Anything else you want, Princess, just let us know for next week.
For sure.
We got you. Stay loyal to our fans. But, man, it's an interesting picture. Who's the guy on the right? I don't think I've ever met
That's
him.
Michael Gonzalez.
Okay, I don't think I've
I
ever
don't think
met
you've met
him.
him either.
Yeah.
But he's a great guy. Great. His parents were in town. Great family.
Cool.
Great family.
We're just going. I think this turned into Bray's Twitter timeline.
Okay, back to Stanford then.
Okay. I don't even know. I'm worried.
I'm worried as well, and it's just, Stanford's always going to play you tough. They're always physical, and, look, we fared decent against physical teams this year. Lose to Georgia by 1, beat Michigan State. Miami was more athletic.
I was going to say, I think I'd rather face a more physical team because we match up better to that.
I think
we're
so.
not a fast team. We're a punch you in the mouth and take it down your gut team.
Sure.
I think Stanford probably could beat us on the outside, I would guess, but...
I mean, look, Bryce Love he's a heck of a player. He's somebody that you got to know where he is at all times, and he's a game breaker. He can completely change the outcome of a game, and we got to sell out for it. Honestly, we got to make him throw the ball. We got to.
I was gonna say you got to make them beat you through the air this week
for sure, and we got to trust our corners and our safeties, and we got to load the box, and we're gonna take some risks with some one-on-one coverage, but that's what you have to do, because what you can't do is you just can't let them beat you with their bread and butter. You have to take them out of their game in some which way. Now, if their quarterback throws for 450 yards and a couple touchdowns, 5-6 touchdowns, hats off, I guess. They executed, and they're a dangerous offensive football team.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at their stats, and once again, Pac-12 West Coast team, I've seen nothing.
Right.
Just highlights of Bryce Love, pretty much. Well, it looks like they got 2 quarterbacks, I think, that might be playing for them. I mean, one's got 85 for 140 for 993 yards. The other is 78 for 144 for 962 yards. Pretty even stats between the two. One's got 8 touchdowns, one's got 5, 4 and 2 interceptions, respectively. So I don't know. I don't know if they're doing a little duo quarterback system or what's going on, but I think the biggest thing here, it doesn't look like they're going to try and throw it over our heads, so maybe we should tempt them to do it and see what happens.
You have to. You got to take it away. You got to take Bryce Love out of the game.
I was just saying, meanwhile, Bryce Love, 195 carries for almost 1,800 yards this year.
Pretty good. What's his yards per carry?
He's averaging 8.8 yards per carry.
That's pretty dang good.
16 touchdowns, yeah. And we thought Mr. Adams was going to have a chance.
Yeah.
Stacked up to that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we'll see. It's going to be interesting.
And what sucks is I coach high school basketball. We have a game at 6 p.m. Our JV starts at 6 p.m. Varsity at 7:30. I'm literally
home game or away game?
Away. At West Noble, which is an hour from our school.
what you got to do is you got to get the old NBC Sports Go app on your phone.
Well, it's going to be on Fox.
Okay, get the Fox Sports Go app.
Yeah.
And, just on your clipboard, have a little where Gingrich won't see. Gingrich is your varsity coach, your boss, I guess you would say. And
Sure.
Just have it right there, and if you ever get pissed off, you can yell at a ref or something and get a technical. But,
Get kicked out.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Get kicked out early.
Yep.
First quarter of the JV game. Get
Yep.
2 techs, you're out.
Yep.
See, Gingrich, I'm driving home. I can't do this anymore. You might have to pay for that, in the long run, but short term, I'll be waiting here for you. Cold beer.
Okay.
Game will be on the TV. We'll watch it. But you got to get kicked out early. I mean, I'm saying like first quarter.
Oh, it's on ABC, actually. Sorry.
Okay, ABC. So, yeah,
So
I wasn't going
much
to be
we
on
know.
Fox waiting for the game to start.
Well, at least I got to watch ESPN app, but I can turn it on.
True. So you got to watch ESPN up. So just, call the ref a C-sucker right off the bat. Like, tip. Like,
A C.
come on, ref, that's a terrible tip.
What's a
C-sucker. A C-O-C-K sucker. I'm trying to clean up my act a little bit. I'm an employed professional now.
I'm like, is this some weird ref lingo that they don't like? Like, because you're a ref?
Oh,
It's
no.
like,
If you call an official a cocksucker, it's instant. Boom,
sure.
see ya.
Absolutely.
So that's magic words.
you
to
can
get
call your
on.
wife that and don't get a divorce.
Why would you call your wife a cocksucker?
I'm just saying, yeah, it's pretty.
But you know what they say. You can build 1 million homes and still not be a home builder, but you suck one cock, you're a cocksucker for life. So
I've never heard that. I've never heard that.
suck one cock, you're a cocksucker for life.
I guess, but if you build a home, aren't you a home builder for life?
No. You
Why?
built one home.
Oh, okay.
Suck
Well.
one cock, you're a cocksucker for life.
Okay.
Shit stays with you.
You're just getting so much wisdom today
I
from
know.
us.
And now that I'm a employed, mature professional,
Yeah.
I'm just passing out nuggets to the young fools that are out there trying to make it day by day.
Yeah.
It's almost there, cuzzo.
So I will miss the first quarter of 2 straight games.
So let's see, got 6 o'clock JV start.
Yeah.
That's a roughly
Varsity will start-
7:30
varsity will
varsity
start at
start.
7:30, yeah.
Unless you go triple OT. I could see you pulling the old beat ups trick and tripping your kid as he's got a fast break layup to tie the game to go in triple OT. And you're like, screw this, we got kickoff in like an hour.
Yeah.
Trip the kid and all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But you'll miss about the first quarter. Watch it on the bus back.
Yeah.
Except you're going to be going through some country roads. Service is going to be spotty at best.
It is. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough.
You're in an interesting situation.
It's going to be rough. We're going to have to fight through it, though.
Yeah. Hey, how are the Bethany Christian Fighting Bruins doing this year?
It's
How's our outlook? This segment's called Indiana High School Basketball.
it's a great group of kids, man. I mean,
Great group of kids. That's what a coach always says when he's got a terrible team.
I don't think we're terrible in any stretch of the imagination. We got some nice skilled guys. We got some work to do. I mean, we're not going to win 20 games. No team wins 20 games.
So you had a game last night, I hear. You played the Westview Warriors, which, if anyone's unfamiliar with, big basketball school.
Yeah.
Home of the Amish of northern Indiana.
Yeah.
They always packed. Were you at Westview or were you at home last
I was
night?
at home.
Because you had home court advantage, and you told me you lost by 30.
Nope.
No?
We had it was it's a tough opener. I mean
That is a tough one. That's like Ball State going to play Notre Dame.
they're a larger school. They're and they're a basketball powerhouse.
They breed basketball players there. It's weird.
Again, I have a very varsity and JV has a very, very good group of kids that care and are coachable, and they listen to everything that you tell them to do, and you can't complain at that.
Hey, I wish you all the best, buddy. How's my boy? What's his name from last year? When I was looking at your stat book, I can't remember what his name was.
I don't remember who you're talking about.
Well, I hope he's doing well. I miss that kid.
I'm sure he's doing great.
Yeah, he said he was a post player, I think. Played for you last year, and I'm hoping he's got up the old varsity ranks this year.
I don't even remember.
I don't know what a coach you are.
Lots of people. I talk to a lot of people every day.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So now you're just,
Yep.
big time right
Yep.
here, huh?
Yep.
Sure. So what else is going on? Are you going to go to a bowl game if we go?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
I just not. It's just not. We got to win. If we go to a New Year's Six bowl, I can't spend that kind of money to go and get humiliated. We got to win one or two before I take that plunge, you know. At least, you know, if like we're talking about going to Navy, we're gonna beat Navy. You know
Right.
that. You're playing in a pro stadium, and you're gonna have beer is gonna be served, and you're gonna have a good time.
Right. Yeah, that's going to be a fun. I'm looking forward to next year. Some good.
Hopefully,
away
we
games.
can make some stories out of that because I have this story from the last time I went to Purdue for a Notre Dame Purdue game.
Please do tell. Please do tell.
Okay, so
Does it involve you frolicking with your girlfriend in a car?
no, it doesn't.
Okay.
I was stayed at Ferris. This was back in. It was just me, a couple buddies, my buddy TV, my buddy Nick. We went to high school with them, and they went to Purdue. So every year that Notre Dame played there consistently, I went to 2 straight games that were at Purdue. And the second one, we ran into. Okay, I'll never forget this guy's name. We were at a bar, you know, their bar scene, and we ran into this guy, and like his name was John Weingartner, and I will never forget this dude's name.
Weingarten. What a Jewish name.
Yeah, he had poofy Jufro, right?
Absolutely.
And like was, you know, a little overweight, about 40, 45, you know, and like we're just talking, and he goes, "Yeah, you know, good conversation. You know, I'm a bowl committee rep or a rep for a bowl." And I'm like, "Okay, who?" He goes, "Well, it's some bowl that's in Orlando. I can't remember, you know, exactly what it was." But I was like, "So what the heck are you doing here in like week 3 of the college football of Notre Dame Purdue?" He goes, "Well, you know, they sent me on these scouting trips," and he was with another buddy or something. And he goes, "Yeah, so, you know, thanks for starting to talk to us or whatever," because they were sitting there by themselves, and I was shooting the shit with a 45-year-old apparently. And so they just start buying us all of our drinks the rest of the night.
Naturally.
Like the shot lady comes up with a tray full of shots, like 40 shots probably. And she goes, "Hey guys, want any shots?" He just gave her like $200 bills and said, "Leave the tray
Leave the
and
tray.
come
What
back
a
in
power
like
move.
an hour." And I'm like, "What is going on? Who is this guy? John Weingartner? Who what is going on?" And so, you know, we're drinking all these shots, and like it turned into an absolutely great night, of which was probably going to anyway, but we didn't pay for anything. And
Those are always the best nights.
for sure. And I just remember this vivid memory of my buddy TV, and I'm calling him out. He took this last shot, and like I was looking at him, and I was like, you know, we were feeling it, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know how I remember this, but we were feeling it. And I look at him, and I'm like, "You all right?" He looked like he was gonna puke, right? He pukes into his hand, right? His right hand. So he puts his right hand on his mouth and pukes. And then, like, he's got a palm full of puke. And, like, I watch him just kind of take a look around the room real quick and then just throw it under the table
Oh, God.
and just wipe his hand with a napkin. He took his puke and threw it under the table, looked around, chucked it, wiped his hand, partied on. Puke and rally right in your hand.
What a power move.
Just throw
right
it under
there.
the table.
You know, that is a power move.
Yeah.
Because if you go in the bathroom at a bar and puke,
Yeah, you're done.
your night's ruined. You're
Yeah.
going home.
Because you end up falling, and like it just won't be good.
Yeah.
Some part of you is going to touch the bathroom floor, which probably has an inch and a half of standing water anyway. Because you're in
Which
a
is
bar
not
bathroom.
just water. Probably piss.
Sure.
Shit.
It's an
Puke.
inch and a half of sewage in every college bar bathroom.
My favorite type of bar bathrooms are the ones with troughs. You ever?
I love Tross. I'm so mad that Notre Dame got rid of Tross.
I am too, and the reason is the line.
Sure.
Now is ridiculous. It used to be you could squeeze 30 guys in that one trough. Now it's like you got 15 urinals
Yep.
with 115 dudes that
Yep.
have been drinking all day. That got to go piss. That's the line for the men's restroom is longer than the women's.
Yep.
Annoying.
I just like Tross in general. Not even counting the line. Like, the line does suck, but I just like peeing in a bathtub.
I can't imagine being the guy that's got to go in at like 3:45 after the bar's closed and just hosing that trough down.
Oh,
like,
God.
could you imagine?
Bleaching.
Oh, God. Like, there's a bar in Muncie called the Chug, a very famous bar. Been there since my parents went to school there. You meet someone from Ball State, and they always ask, is the Chug still standing? Guess what's still standing? And they have troughs for urinals.
Great.
The bathroom might be the size of your desk, like square footage.
Okay.
Has got one toilet, no door, no toilet seat. It's just
Oh.
a hole, basically.
Nice.
So if you have to take a number 2, you're out of luck. You're either spreading wide and just
Oh.
hovering or something, or you're going to Brothers or something next door.
First of all, don't take a dump in a bar ever.
Well, hold on. Now this is an interesting topic. You know, this might be a new Twitter poll right here. You've never taken a dump at the bar?
No, and I never.
Oh, I have. Absolutely.
No, I absolutely never will. It's
What?
completely disgusting.
What if you're 20 minutes from home and you just got to?
You gotta hold it, or you gotta find a hotel, or you gotta find something.
Oh, dude, there's nothing wrong with poop. If it's a good bathroom, I'm doing
not
it.
happening. At 2:00 in the morning when the bar's about to close, there is no bar bathroom that is in any shape for anybody to take a dump in.
I'm sorry, but if I gotta go, I gotta go.
So my buddy Nick, who's involved in our last one on the bachelor party, okay. So Nick is in the bathroom dropping the kids off, right? And like he dropped his beer or something while he was in there, and another guy from our bachelor party, James, goes, "Look at this fucking guy! Who is this?" You know, making a big scene, like he's spilling his beer. Like, who is this guy? And like the bouncer that was in there, like escorted Nick and kicked him out of the whole bar.
It was at Senior Frogs, wasn't it?
Yes,
And then they wouldn't let him back in.
It was at Senior Frog. So like our buddy who's in the bachelor party did not know that Nick was in there, and he's just like, "Look at this guy dropping his party foul in the bathroom while he's on the shitter." And then like he gets out and he's like, "Oh shit, it was Nick."
I do remember that because he gets kicked out. Then he got back in line to try, because we weren't Senior Frogs was hopping every night we were there.
For sure.
That was always the spot to go. They had like $2 Yinglings.
For sure.
Oh, honeys were just, I was single log back then. Sorry, Caroline, if you're listening to this, but I was just out there busting a move with all these fine little southern homegirls.
For
and,
sure.
yeah, he got kicked out, and I remember he tried to come back in, and we're like, screw him.
Yep.
He's out.
So what ended up happening is Cam, the other guy, there was like 9 of us there. Cam ends up like leaving early for some reason because someone's in rough shape and he's helping him out or whatever. So Cam takes off his wristband and gives it to Nick, and Nick like puts it back on barely and gets through somehow, and then he goes back to the bathroom. And the bouncer's like, "Didn't I just kick you out of here?" I'm like, "Nick, you can't go back to the bathroom."
Nick got kicked out of a bar twice in one night.
So
that is amazing. That trip has so many stories. We could have a whole podcast dedicated to tales of that trip.
There would be a 10 episode. It would be a Netflix documentary.
Could you imagine if we got all those guys back together, sat them in this room, the conversation that would happen?
Okay, first of all, to give anybody an idea, there were literally 8 or 9 guys that hopped on a plane to Myrtle Beach for a bachelor party that lasted 5 days.
It was we took off at like 7:30 in the morning on like a Thursday or Wednesday or something.
Came back Sunday. Like, this isn't go to Chicago for a night bachelor party. This is 5 nights on the beach in Myrtle Beach.
We were Senior Frogs. We were like #1 customer for those 5 nights. I watched, played some of the worst golf of my life because during the day, I was so hungover, and if I was trying to get back to drunk, so I could just not feel terrible. We had 2 guys that didn't even make it to the golf course at some point during the week.
Multiple times. We wrecked a rental car.
We didn't wreck a rental car.
Yeah.
Mr. Michael Rollins, wrecked it. I'll never forget. He comes down. He's like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, so he goes and gets the car from the parking garage across the street from the condo, and then apparently he's never driven a full-size truck before and doesn't realize that you can't just turn on a dime. So he scraped the whole back quarter panel on a column and he gets out of the truck as we're all like, he pulls up and I'm like, "Dude, what happened to the truck?" He gets out of the truck and goes, "What happened to the truck?" And we're blaming like the 2 guys upstairs that aren't coming out to golf that day because they're so hungover. I'm like, "It was Andy. I know it was Andy. He got in the car last night and had to go get a dip. He had to go get a can of chew. I know it."
And the best part it was his rental car, and he didn't know this had all happened until like I think a couple hours later. He goes, "Dude, what the fuck happened to my rental car?"
It was because Andy was 25, right? Him and Cam were the only ones that could actually rent the cars. So like, Andy found out later, as he didn't go play golf because he's so hungover from the night before, that his rental car was just demolished. So his insurance is like still up to this day, and he had to pay a $500 deductible, which Mike did pay. Yes. But like, his insurance is still up.
Yeah,
every month.
Of course, Mike is holding on to this. He doesn't know what's happened yet.
Yep.
We get on a whole because I think we had like 3 groups out every day playing golf.
Yeah.
Bang, 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 back. I was in Mike's group that day, and we get on hole like 7, and Mike's getting ready to tee off, and I can tell something's bothering him. He goes, "Guys, it was me."
I got a confession to make.
He's like, "It was me." Like, what do you mean? He's like, I wrecked the truck. I was like, Are you gonna tell everyone that? Because everyone right now is blaming Andy, who's not here to defend himself.
Right.
And you wreck it and just blaming it on him. And he did come clean. He took care of it all. But that's where the statement of the week came. Just put it on my tab.
Put it on my
Because
tab.
Mike, everything that I was just put on my tab. He knew the week was a loss.
Yep.
Mike's not struggling for money, so it wasn't a huge deal for him. But I mean, it did add to the trip.
It's just...
We had that. We also had the fan falling off the ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, we could go all day on this
could.
bachelor party, which,
Oh.
but...
Our Notre Dame podcast has turned into just story time, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. What is there to talk about? I think we ran out of Notre Dame stuff.
Sure, we can just wrap this thing up.
I think this is the first year. We've only missed 1 week this year. Usually we go like 4 weeks towards the end of the year, and we're like, we got to do a podcast episode. So I'm really proud of us for that.
For sure.
Good job, Bray. It's been a fun year. Probably have, I'm guessing, 2, maybe 3 episodes left.
Okay, so we're gonna recap this game,
Yep.
and then we will...
Probably take a week off, I'd assume.
Sure. Well, after this game, let's try and hit it right away, and then we'll be off until... we'll know where we're playing, and then the week before the bowl game, we'll throw something out there.
We'll get a post. We're gonna pre-bowl game, post-bowl game,
and then we have to do the Georgia reverse recruiting signing day show.
We should do that. We
have to do that.
And then, we're gonna wrap it up for the year. It's been another fun year. This was year 4.
Yeah, it's
I believe
crazy.
it is crazy. We started this. I was a sophomore in college.
That's crazy.
Now I've got a job. You got a house.
Go back and listen to one of our earlier episodes.
Oh, it's terrible.
It is awful.
We're not good right now. But
No,
we were terrible back
but it
then.
was so bad.
It was like you would talk for like 35 minutes, and I would just be like, "Yep, definitely agree with you, Bray." All right, next statement. Oh man,
We've come a long way.
we have come a long way. It's been fun, buddy. As always, I'll just I'll take over host duties for this part. I got you.
You
all right?
got cool.
As always, you can follow us on Twitter at FromTheDome1842. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button on iTunes. That helps us out. Write a review too. We don't really have any reviews, I don't think, and it helps us. It helps us get noticed a little bit. Also, go follow Bray at BrayBeatles34 on Twitter. You can follow me at Augie Farwig. That's Augie with 1G. I'm probably going to censor down my Twitter a little bit, Bray. I got a job now. Got to think of what.
You don't think they have already looked through that?
Well, probably, but still, I'm representing an organization now, not just myself.
Sure.
So, if you got a chance, go give us a little likey. Share all your friends. Bray, what's the best form of advertisement?
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth. That's right. And as always,
And listen and enjoy this broccoli that's about to play in your ears.
yeah. So this broccoli song. Do you actually enjoy this song? Well, please.
I love this song.
Okay, Broccoli is by, for those who don't know, Dram. Is that what he's called, or D-R-A-M?
I know Lil Yachty and
Okay,
sure.
and Little Yachty. I want to read you the lyrics before and then we're going to take you out of here.
Okay, so hang on before you do that. You have to watch this music video.
Okay.
You have to. It's literally a piano in the middle of a creek with these guys playing the piano and rapping, and then the occasional black girl twerking.
Okay,
You have to.
I will go watch this. I want to read you a couple lyrics and then we'll go out. Okay.
You got it.
Hey, little mama, would you like to be my sunshine? That's sweet. That's nice.
That's very sweet.
Word that means black individual. I won't say it because I'm a very nice person.
Sure.
Touch my gang, we gon' turn this shit to Columbine. We've taken a weird turn all of a sudden.
It went from very nice
to like school
Columbine.
shootings. Ice on my neck cost me 10 times 3, so $30. Like that is expensive, little Yachty. But then he goes on to say $30,000 for another black individual. Word to get flea. I just hit rodeo and I spent like 10 G's. Little Yachty, everybody. And with that, I will say, go Irish. We'll talk to you next week. Enjoy this podcast. This is a good one. We'll talk to you next week.
Ain't no telling what I'm finna be on. Hey. I'm beyond all that fuck shit. Hey.
Hey lil' mama, would you like to be my sunshine? Nigga, touch my game, we gon' turn this shit to Columbine. Ice on my neck cost me 10 times 3. $30,000 for a nigga to get free. I just hit Rodeo and I spent like 10 G's. I just did a show and spent the check on my mama. When I go and vacay, I might run out the Bahamas. And then keep like 10 phones, damn I'm really never home. All these niggas clones tryna copy what I'm on. Nigga get your own, tryna pick a nigga bone. Word to brother Skip, boy I had a good day. Metro PCS, trapping ball, making plays. 50 shades of gray, beat that pussy like Hulk Hogan. I know you know my slogan, if it ain't about guap, I'm gone. Niggas hating cause I'm chosen from the concrete I had rolled. Shorty staring at my necklace cause my diamonds really froze. Put that dick up in her pussy, bet she feel it in her toes. I'm a real young nigga from the 6th throwing balls. I'm a real young nigga from the 6th throwing balls. Real young nigga from the 6th throwing balls.
In the middle of the party, bitch, get off me. Goddamn. In the cut, I'm rolling up my broccoli. Goddamn. Yeah, I know your baby mama fond of me. Goddamn. All she wanna do is smoke that broccoli. Goddamn. Whispered in my ear, she tryna leave with me. Goddamn. Say that I can get that pussy easily. Goddamn. Say that I can hit that shit so greasily. Goddamn. I'm a dirty dog, I did it sleazily. Hey, no telling what I'm finna beyond. Hey, hey, I'm beyond all that fuck shit. Hey, hey, no telling what I'm finna. Hey, beyond. Hey, hey, said I'm beyond all that fuck shit. Hey. I got companies and pesos, I got people on my payroll. She don't do it unless I say so. I don't smoke if it ain't fuego. I should sauce them up like Prego fettuccine with Alfredo. All I wanted was the fame in every game they made on Sega. I was 5 or 6 years old when I had told myself, okay, you're special, but I treat you like my equal, never lesser. I was 26 years old when we had dropped this one amazing record. Had the world stepping, that's what I call epic. Couple summers later, I got paper. I acquired taste for salmon on a bagel with the capers on a square plate. At the restaurant with the why you got a stare face to know I either ball or I record over the stand bass. Rapper face, dread-headed, golden diamond teeth wearing. They just mad cause I got that cheese, bitch, I keep daring. Turned up at the party, getting lit to yachty. With a Spanish Barbie, word to my mommy. In the middle of the party, bitch, get off me. Off me. In the cut, I'm rolling up my broccoli. My weed, my weed. Yeah, I know your baby mama fond of me. She fond of me. All she wanna do is smoke that broccoli. That weed, that weed. Whispered in my ear, she tryna leave with me. She running for. Say that I can get that pussy easily. I'm going for. Say that I can hit that shit so greasily. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. I'm a dirty dog, I did it sleazily. Yeah.